So to kick off the initial research, I decided that I would look at lost cities, as they can fall under the like association of the theme of forgotten, due to cities like this being hidden and therefore become forgotten. So today I'm going to be looking through Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, because currently at the stage of the game I'm in, I've come across a forgotten city, or at least part of one, and I'm going to be showcasing like all the different features of it that I think I could try and implement into like a piece of artwork or something that I could find useful as a reference. So to begin with, I'm going to be looking at just this like simple area here. So as you can see up in the distance, there's this kind of this broken portion of the building where it's missing like the entirety of the bottom floor, so it's just kind of hanging over this cliff, which is then like home to all these waterfalls. You can see like the water coming through this building here, which is very nice. You can see the hanging vines. You see the very old architecture. You've got all this old mossy brickwork here. You've got all the like broken like slabs of concrete, if that's the right word. The floor is covered with like strewn with loads of rocks, and it's covered in moss. You've got these old steps as well. You've got all this overgrown fern. You've got loads of giant tree roots growing over the top of the broken buildings, which I think is a very nice touch, because it just shows how like old the civilization is, or the like, environment is, because you've got trees forming on the architecture. You've also got this very like exotic esque architecture on the archway of the door here, and the door itself. You've got these like, I would assume could be brass, could be like these metal doors with this tile design. You've also got stuff like up here, you've got these hanging lanterns like over this rope with these old metal style lanterns, which I think are a very nice touch. And we've also got these like carved wooden pillars, rock pillars here that have been broken. They've got some like moss growing over them, I believe. There's also like small miscellaneous items from this time, like this vase or vase here. You've also got like this structure here with this archway. It's kind of like a bandstand in a sense. You've got, if you look inside, you've got the architecture, you've got like the carving there, these small extra details in the corner. You've also got kind of more oriental looking like pillars and designs here. Let's see if I can climb up. No. On top you've got these bells hanging there. You've got this like this curvy architecture, which I think is quite cool, because it's not like standard. It doesn't keep the jagged geometry of the rest of the buildings. Up here, this really like impressive looking metal statue of moss growing over like a beast or something, which kind of forms into the side of this rock face here, which has got loads of moss and ferns and stuff. It's got like a mini trees and roots, like these huge thick roots growing up, which I think is very cool. It's a very nice touch. Again, it just shows how aged everything is. Another thing that shows how aged it is the these dead bodies, these corpses are strewn. You can see all the bones, the skeletons and everything. Which kind of just shows you got all the like the old clothes. They've got like rope belts and like laced up collars, which I think is very cool. And over here you've got more statues, like up here, of demons, I assume. I think those are like elephant trunks, and there's snakes coming out of their mouths and stuff. Like very cool art, it's very ancient oriental, like adds like a kind of like a garnish or a nice touch to the rest of it. And they're standing atop these very nicely designed pillars with these kind of rounded bits protruding out of the base, like cylindrical part of the pillars. Everything's very dilapidated, broken down. Really pays homage to like the ancient civilization that I once was. I think like my favourite part of this is perhaps the fact that you can't see it, but this is like, oh yeah, you can see the background is in the mountains. It's very hidden away. You can kind of see the environment within the environment or outside the environment, because you now know that it's situated inside these snowy mountains, but when you come down there's these really exotic oriental looking ruins. And yeah, that's all I can really like describe to you, as it's very much visual. You can see everything that's going on. But I think that all of this would be very, very good reference to use for like an environmental piece, or any sort of art that involves ruins or broken down structures and stuff. Yeah, let's hope that this would come in handy for the future final product.